Hello, fellow human peoples, and some of you who may be suffering from anxiety. I have 4 hours before I have to go to the dentist, and I just had a really freaky accident, uh, which was not cool, in which I can only describe best as falling bare stomach first over a radiator type heater turned on high and being stuck there long enough to get burnt by it while struggling not to hurt myself worse. And I got a couple of pictures, but I was like reaching for something behind it. My feet slipped out from underneath it, and I fell on the sensitive part of my stomach first, and it made like a not a waffle iron, but like it made a pattern of burns on me, which I'm gonna show you. Shouldn't make you too squeamish or anything like that, but yeah, very freakish accident. Um, I was trying to do stuff, I was trying to get some garbage together out of here to throw out, because I got to go outside anyway to wait on my ride to take me to the dentist. I think I'm just going to go ahead and break out the Xanax. You can boo me at this point if you wish, but I'm just going to take one like as soon as I'm ready to go and waiting. And take Valium with me because my nerves are cooked, and that is really what Valium is for one shot type deals like this. And yeah, my teeth are they're such a mess. I haven't been in there since mm, November of last year, but I'm hoping that they don't. I got the anxiety thing, so I'm obviously thinking up a million things that could go wrong. So it's like, oh, what if they make me fill out paperwork? What if they know about the AFib? What if they know about that I was prescribed blood thinners? What if they know if I'm not following doctors' rules about the blood thinners? What if this? What if that? And so yeah, I'm under a high level of anxiety right now, and I got a burnt stomach to boot. So, and my most sensitive, uh, most heavily affected part of my body, the CRPS, and yeah, I think I got my bowels under control, which is cool. I think, but I got issues there too. And it's like it doesn't matter. You have to do. It doesn't matter how many radiators you fall in, or it doesn't matter that you got some kind of IBS thing going on with your bowels acting weird. None of it matters. You have to go in there and you have to get uh, your teeth looked at. There's no telling what they're going to do today or what they're going to schedule today. It might not. It might be a nothing appointment. It might be, oh, you're already on amoxicillin. Let's yank this tooth out here. And this tooth was hurting me this morning, the worst than it's hurt ever before. But it wasn't even that big of a huge of a problem. It was mainly like this tooth and this tooth. So yeah, this is fun. This is really not what I signed up for. But this is just all part of the masculine experience. It's all part of when I walk through that door with the pentagram on it. Uh, it's all through like situations that I got thrown into, and then some of which I was just thrown into by bad luck, some of which I put myself into by trusting the good nature of other human beings, which, I, I was raised to believe that people were basically good, and yeah, I, I'd like to believe that. But anyways, I don't know. I don't know how to calm down from this. I don't want to get too doped up or anything like that. But I am going to take a Xanax for the first time since January 4th. As soon as I'm dressed and ready to go and waiting on my ride, I'm going to take the Xanax. And it'll be a half a milligram. And I'm going to take pills in my pocket, man, and just to get me through it. That's what they're for. They're not for everyday use. They're for situations like this. Um, Digging a bottle of it, got them stashed in some oatmeal in a Quaker Oats thing. I'll go dig in them, and yeah, it's not like I'm doing anything illegal by not throwing out these pills or by taking these pills that were once prescribed for me that I'm supposed to be being weaned off of. I don't like the idea of taking them again, but I don't like the idea of, um, yeah, Valium is just not the same when it comes to anxiety. I was ready to. I went places and doctor's offices and stuff without Xanax and just relying on Valium in regular doses of Valium usually. Various appointments for my leg. You even went through my knee surgery just on Valium. March 7th or 17th, it had a 7 in it before, but I've never been to the dentist and without Xanax. And once I started taking Xanax, so I'm like, okay, I got 7 of these codeine pills left, so I haven't been abusing those. I mean, they were supposed to be used up before today, because she said, I'm just going to give you enough to get you through until your dental appointment. And it's like my dental appointment's in 4 hours. I got 7 of them left. That means I took 3. So, I'm not abusing those. And, they're not too big on prescribing pain medication. So, if I have pain afterwards, if they decide to pull something, sometimes they'll give me like Motrin. Nothing but Motrin. Like, okay, that's not really going to cut it, you know. Um, but yeah, it doesn't matter, you know. The issues that I have with my bowels and with the just freshly burning my stomach and the anxiety and worrying about like getting found out about just having AFib a month and a half ago, and all that stuff. It doesn't matter. I just have to go in there. I have to be cool. I have to be pleasant. I have to, you know, I I have to. It just has to be done. There's no way around it. It can't be put off. And it's a beautiful sunny day. Who gives a fuck? To go to the dentist, man, with my teeth like just a freaking mess in there. And I don't know how I'm going to answer her questions about like, why haven't you been in here? I don't know. I can't even mention like why I got sprayed with. I'll say it was for roaches, because roaches actually have less of a stigma attached to them than bed bugs. Maybe I'll lie about like, well, I got sprayed with actually got sprayed with poison. I just been having a very bad run of luck, And then I'll be walking in there with a walker, and I'll talk about my knee or something like that, or maybe she won't even care. But this is the kind of thing like an overactive mind or somebody with anxiety, this is the kind of thing that they go through before they have to do something like this. They go through the what ifs, and it's I think it's from being raised in a certain type of environment where you don't feel secure and you don't feel safe as a child. Either that or, you have a chemical imbalance in your brain. There's no reason I can't have both. But yeah, but I always try to think of things this way. I always try to think like no matter what happens today or how it goes, that key is going to go in my lock at around sometime before it gets dark, and I'm going to be back in my house. I'll be back right here in this stupid bed, back in my old situation, which is not a great situation, but it's not being at the dentist trying to dodge verbal bullets and worrying about how much access they have to my medical history and if I'll get treated or if I'll get a tooth pulled or what they're going to do to me or all that stuff. So that's why I try to think. I just try to think like, no matter what happens today when I leave that house, I'm going to get back to this house. And, then I'll have another opportunity to injure myself in any way I please after they're done injuring me in whichever way they please. When they do whatever to me. And, but I can't believe I fell on top of that radiator and then I couldn't get off of the radiator because the way it's set up, it's like, if I would have panicked, I would have made things worse. I would have got hurt worse. So it's like it's sort of like you ever pick up like a hot plate of food and your hands are getting burnt and you're like, I just need to carry this over to the counter. I can't drop it. I'll break the plate and all my cooking that I just did and everything like that. You dummy, why did you grab this hot plate of food? It's kind of like that, where I had to like wait. It's kind of like I had to carry that hot plate of food over to the counter and say, ha 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 ha, and then set it down and then you know, run cold water over your hands if it's not too late. But it definitely would have been too late with this thing because I hit the floor. I mean, I didn't end up hitting the floor, and then, but I did it my way, which is on one knee and grabbing a hold of the side of the bed. It's like, Jesus, not what I needed. So I have my little list made out of things to help me with, help me prepare. I have extra worries that regular healthy folks don't have to worry about. So I have a list of the things that I need to take, and I just need to chill, relax, and don't know what that Xanax is gonna do. But I'm gonna take a couple of Vine in my pocket too. When I go through my medicine, they'll probably have me fill out a piece of paper or something. I don't know. I don't know what. Have me do a meds list or whatever. I'm just gonna lie my ass off on it, and if I get caught, I get caught. I mean, I swore to myself I would never go back to immediate debt. But when you're on poor people insurance, you don't have that many choices about who you can see and who you can't see. So, anyways, I'm going to show you the picture of the radiator that I fell on and what it did to my stomach. And I'm going to leave it at that because, I don't want to get on here and just, you get the picture. I mean, anybody that's got anxiety knows what I'm going through right now, and how what how panicky I am and stuff. Which I have been noticing that because of my teeth are so bad that I have been having not panic attacks but anxiety attacks. Which panic attack and anxiety attack not the same thing. Anxiety attack is where you get the fast heart rate. Panic attack is like when you feel like you're gonna die. You feel like you can't breathe and you feel like, panic attack much worse than an anxiety attack. But I have been getting anxiety attacks, which I haven't been getting lately, where my heart's like, I'm in bed and I take my pulse and it's like 88. I'm like, I'm in bed and not moving. It should be in the low 70s. It's like, I feel that tightness in my chest, like I felt in the hospital when they were like, "You're fine. We got you monitored up, and I got professionals listening to your breathing." And I'm like, I'm feeling tightness in my chest, and they're like, "Well, all your vitals are good, and you're breathing good, and everything's good." And everything's good but this. But anyways, let me splice this together and throw this together, and then mm, endure this, and just remember that key is going to go in that lock one way or another, and I'm going to be home, and this day is going to be over with one way or another. And if I'm, I won't be able to eat, but I'll be able to swallow some pills, I bet. So I got codeine if the pain is too intense from whatever they do to me or whatever. I don't know what to expect. I mean, but that's something that people with anxiety do not particularly care for, not knowing what to expect. Because then you get to play that what if game with all the variable things, like this could happen, or this could happen, or that could happen. And yeah, I know my teeth are a train wreck, and I know that they're gonna be working on me for a lot of appointments if they choose to keep me as a patient. If they don't find out about my conditions, if they don't find out, because it has that little signature line which it says, I verify that all the information on this, I swear that all this information on this form is accurate. You sign your name. And yeah, I don't have a whole lot of options when it comes to dentistry. I don't have the worst insurance in the world, but I don't have the best insurance in the world either. And by the way, this has nothing to do with nothing, but when the crackheads overflowed the water, I've seen hornets, uh, 4 of them, since then. Before that water incident, I hadn't seen any for like a week. So they're getting in. A couple of them got in through holes that were made because of the moisture that was coming down from when the crackheads were overflowing stuff on that one day when I was banging on the door and they wouldn't answer. I need to be thinking about that right now. Uh, I need to think about what I need to do, and you know, for anybody with anxiety, you know what torture this is. You know that the next 4 hours, I got 9:25. I have to be ready to go by 1 o'clock. So you know what the next 3.5 hours is going to be like for me, and how much fun it's going to be. But anyways, let me boot up those pictures, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. Yeah, I think you can see the sideways burns going laterally across my stomach, sort of like the what would you call those things? The pectoral fins of a shark. You can see the red burn marks sideways across my stomach from where I was stuck like a turtle on top of that radiator. So, anyways, by the way, ouch.